Folks, welcome into Degenerate Danger Zone. I'm your host, Ty B. It is February 28th. We are about to be in the best gambling month of the year, March. But first, we got to go to MereKat and Degenerate Al. How you guys feeling today? A great big win from Spurs. So I know MereKat's up. Al, how's your weekend been?
Hey guys, it's been a hell of a weekend, and obviously it goes shout out to the Philadelphia Flyers. Closed out a couple parlays for me. But it's free money. When you have no Allmark, you have no Eichel, you have the way the Sabres are playing lately, and a couple people commenting on the Instagram like, how are you betting the Flyers? How are you, fading the Sabres? Like, what? Like, free money is free money. You're going to go after anyway, even if you have to bet against your Buffalo Sabres.
Exactly. And if they figure it out, you feel better. And if they lose, you just keep on counting up the profits. MereKat, the dart, still on a bit of a heater, a little up and down the past few days, but a nice plus winner yesterday.
Yeah, that was a good one. You saw the Spurs a little bit shorthanded there, but I don't mind the Pelicans. I think they're kind of a really overhyped team. And it's just like I saw that pick, and usually with the dart picks, either I don't know or I hate it. And I saw that yesterday. I'm like, I don't mind this. Popovich in this situation. They're not a huge dog. They were plus 135, and they won it pretty easily. I mean, it was only by 3, but Pelicans got a 3 at the buzzer. Spurs had it. It's been great. I told you guys too, I've been having a great week. I'm just trying to make it through today without blowing up my whole funds, because between the dart and my picks, it's just hot in here. I don't know why I'm wearing a scarf. Oh yeah, because Tottenham kicked things off for us today. Big 4-0 win. Love that. Hammered the Spurs today. You gotta love it because they played a lineup that's meant to score something, oh, Jose, why don't you play your scorers? He's a big, we know Jose's story. They play their scorers, they win 4-0. Let's go.
Yeah, I think we're going to start here in hockey because we got a comment. Sabres plus 150. They play well during afternoons. I don't know if you noticed or not, but they played in the afternoon yesterday and they failed to score a goal. Fade the Sabres into oblivion. That's why I'm starting it off with a Flyers Bruins parlay. I like taking the Bruins even on the puck line today. They've been sort of topsy-turvy the past few games, and they need to turn it around to stay at the top of that division, because you don't want to end up in that gauntlet there where you have Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, the Islanders right now, and only 3 of those teams are going to get into only 2 of the 3 are going to get into the playoffs. I don't see the Sabres turning it around. He thinks that's why they're going to turn it around. No, they can't score. They have the lowest goal rate at 5v5 since the tank team, and that's the lowest all time that have ever been tracked. They cannot score at 5v5. They are too reliant on the power play. And guess what? The Philadelphia Flyers are one of the teams that take the fewest penalties in the entire NHL. Fade the Sabres. Flyers, Bruins, moneyline parlay about plus 150.
And Ty B, I really like both these picks. The Boston game on Friday night got a little bit out of hand. They had so many chances to score and didn't get it done. I love them bouncing back today. And the craziest thing, guys, about this Flyers moneyline, Sabres moneyline situation, when I first looked at these lines, it was like a day ahead line. I think this was like Thursday night that would have been. It was pretty much a pick 'em. It was like Flyers minus 117. Sabres minus 104, something like that. So it's crazy in a span of 3 days how much Vegas has already caught up and realized that the Sabres team is not good.
Suck, and the Flyers were struggling a little bit, but I think that a lot of that had to do with them also dealing with COVID and some of their big name guys being out. Like you had Giroux out and Voracek, and I mean the only guy still out. You only got like one of your main guys still out. So like you're in a good situation. They're playing much better hockey. And Brian Elliott has 2 straight shutouts against the Buffalo Sabres.
All right, MereKat, what are you getting into? Your parlay first or your lock?
This is one I didn't give you, just the only hockey I have, a little fun hockey play, little cross sport too, 3-way parlay. I'm running with Liverpool, Capitals, Blackhawks, all money line today. Liverpool needs a win, facing the worst team in the Prem. They need to get back on track. Free money there. The line's really not that juiced. Washington won 5-2 yesterday. I mean, there's zero reason to fade them against the Devils again today. And then the Red Wings won yesterday against Chicago, which I don't think Chicago was going to let that happen twice in a row. They had Subban in net. They're getting Lankinen back in goal today. So I like that parlay. But I'm going to the NBA. bringing out the hammer. I don't do this often. I'll give out 2 units here and there, double play, stuff like that. 3-unit hammer play today. Texted you guys. I saw this off the board. 0 research. Right when I saw it, I knew this was my lock today. New York Knicks money line -112 against the Pistons. The Knicks were a good team with a above average, good defense, just very young, very inexperienced, still learning Thibodeau's system. Then they get Derrick Rose, Thibodeau's boy. He's the veteran presence they needed, that extra defensive stalwart to help them out, the guy to get them to buy into Thibodeau's system, his coaching style. Since he's been there, they're 6-3, outscoring all opponents by an average of almost 6 points. And, you know, you look at what they're doing. Derrick Rose has been solid, nothing crazy, but he's the piece they needed. Julius Randle, though, has been insane. Emmanuel Quickly has been a great rookie addition. Obi Toppin finally stepping it up. And they're going against Detroit, the worst team in the West, second worst team in the NBA. I think it's going to be a bit close. Knicks are only -1 here, so I'm just taking the money line, playing it safe. But I don't see how Detroit scores against the Knicks' third-ranked defense in the NBA and how they've been playing lately, even with the Knicks coming off a game last night.
Seriously, MereKat, the Knicks give up the lowest shooting percentage, the lowest three-point shooting percentage. They just play great defense. Their only issue has been when they get into foul trouble. But if they're able to cut that down, they're going to finish this season over 500. You saw those Knicks fans going crazy leaving the arena last night. Absolutely love it. The whole city's getting back behind them. Maybe that's what New York City needs to bounce back, as the Knicks to continue to have success. And I think they're a great bet if you want right now to get into the playoffs from the Eastern Conference. And they're pretty deep. Like, they can play defensive basketball. If they go in against, if they can get to like a 6 seed, they can beat one of those top teams if someone comes in with one of those stars injured now.
No doubt. And real quick, I wanted to bring back, I know what MereKat was just talking about with Liverpool. They are so sketchy lately, though, in Premier League, right? I mean, they're past 4 or 5 games. I mean,
they're 1-4 in their last 5. Yeah.
Yeah. And
it's a get right must win, though. Like, that's why I'm taking it. It's just.
And MereKat, tell me what you think about this play. It is probably my sketchiest play of the day. But is a single play, both teams to score? No. I think, like you said, in a Liverpool in a must-win situation, Sheffield's been shut out 2 straight games. I believe Fulham and I believe West Brom, and 3 out of 4 games against Liverpool, Sheffield hasn't scored. So that is my play today, almost at even money.
Sheffield's got 15 goals in 25 games in the Prem this year. Liverpool's defense hasn't been great since Van Dijk got injured, but they're good enough. And that's the thing. They know, like, this is a must-win game today. You cannot drop a point in this game against Sheffield in the Premier League.
Seriously,
they're sitting right now.
Allison, like, the only reason that line is where it is because Allison has been making some absolutely boneheaded plays in net. If you're able to cut those down, which should be able to happen, like Sheffield should maybe get 1, maybe 2 good looks on net the entire game. If you're able to shut those down and play sound enough, I don't think Oliver McBurney is going to really kill you.
All right, Tybee, are we kicking it over to your Sunday lock?
Yeah, so I'm here in the NBA as well. It feels like every time I bet on the Clippers, they lose, but I don't care. The Bucks, as MereKat likes to say, are big, hot frauds. I know that they just got Drew Holiday back, and they've won 4 in a row. Exact perfect time to fade them. This is when the Clippers really turn up. They're not playing great defensively as a team, although they sort of get that, like, they get that free pass, I think, because of Kawhi. But I think a lot of that is because they're just not locked in for it. They're kind of shuffling their bench a little bit, letting everyone get some minutes, because you never know when you're going to need them in the playoffs. But I like them here to really turn up in this one, an afternoon game at Milwaukee. You got like an even spread here. I really like Kawhi to shut down Giannis enough to where they're going to be able to get a big win. I love the Clippers in this one, MereKat.
Yeah, I texted you. I'm like, saw that line too without doing research. It stood out to me, but I'm like, I'll leave it for you because. But when we agree on the Clippers, they win. We go head to head a lot, and it goes back and forth. But when I'm on the Clippers, it's a good sign because I hate that team. But they're just going to have to, get a little more defense out of Kawhi today because, he's a former defensive player of the year, supposed to be an elite defender. He's been a bit shaky this year. He's looked a little lazy. I'm not starting that thing with him but he has taking some defensive plays off where you didn't see him do that maybe 2 years ago. It's a big game for him today. He's going to need to lock things down. Clippers just need to get their perimeter scoring going, and I like them a lot too.
Yep, and if they continue to push with the Lakers having those injuries, they can get themselves into the top part of that 1-2 conversation with the Jazz. Al, what else are you looking at today?
Well, real quick, I had one of my buddies stumble into the creek today, extremely hungover. I guess he won a big round 3 bet last night. And I asked him, what'd you play today? He took the Giannis under point total. I believe it was 31.5.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people fading the Bucks and riding with the Clippers today. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And then my parlay today that I'm talking about here, let's take a look. I'm rolling with, I know I took Sparty. That was my big lock last week on Thursday. I'm rolling with Maryland at home, fading Sparty on this one. Maryland currently is around -2.5, so teasing it, the 6 points the other way. And Maryland's, they're hotter right now. They've won 4 straight games. It's a must-win for both teams. So rolling with SVP and Maryland at home, and then Islanders, big bounce back. I believe they lost, was it last night, overtime? So yeah, I got the Islanders on a big bounce back, +1.5. You get that parlay at -129.
Yeah, make sure you don't actually watch that game unless you're planning on going to bed before 8 o'clock tonight.
I'm pretty sure it's a 5 o'clock game, so it's early enough. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You might be in bed before 8 o'clock.
Because that thing's going to put you to sleep. And I know, MereKat, you got another parlay we want to talk about today.
Yeah, just another little parlay, straight NBA, because NBA has been my best sport, and I'm sticking with it. I'm going with the Heat money line, and the Warriors, a little tease line at the creek, +5. They're +3 on the normal line. And hey, if you want to take Heat, -6.5, which I think they're sitting at right now, and Warriors +3, get a little more juice in this +133. I don't hate it, but like I said, today's Sunday. Let's take our Knicks money. Let's take all the money from the Dart and everyone else for the rest of the week we've made and be safe with it. Cash out for Monday. Get the bookies to pay us out. So I'm playing it safe, though. The Heat have just been on fire. 5 straight wins, 5-0 against the spread in every game. And they're facing the Hawks, who are dealing with a ton of injuries. They're dealing with Trae Young being cold, who I love Trae Young. He's an absolute superstar, one of the best talents in the NBA, but he's shouldering a huge burden on this team right now. He's pretty much their entire front court, and it's showing. He's struggling a bit here. They've lost 10 of their last 14, 3-7 against the spread in their last 10. Heat are free today. Then the Warriors, I like them a lot. It's going to be a close one, though, so I'm buying those extra couple points just to be safe. I think they can win outright. I might sprinkle them to win outright, but they're just hot right now. 3-game win streak, 5-2 against the spread in their last 7, and 5-2 against the spread in their last 7. In the West, 11-4 in the last 15 against the Lakers, and it's not like they've had Klay Thompson for most of those games. It's been relatively a similar team. Kelly Oubre is going to be my main factor today. You got to get some consistent shooting out of him. He's been all over the place, but the Lakers without AD are complete frauds. They beat Portland after dropping 4 straight, so I give it to them, but they're not great at home, only covering 2 of their last 8. LeBron just can't do it by himself without AD.
Absolutely. And MereKat, you're talking about those winnings. If you're looking for something to do and spend those winnings on, make sure you get over to manscaped.com. Manscaped brings you the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. They offer precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped obsesses over their technology developments to provide you the best tools for your grooming experience. The Lawnmower 3.0 is a phenomenal product with anti-nick technology. That blade is easily replaceable as well. Fully waterproof, an LED light, 7,000 RPM motor on that thing. Makes you get looking just nice, spick and span for your afternoon date on Sunday after you get your brunch done with your unlimited mimosas. You gotta be looking good for the after game or the post game. So yeah, just make sure you get over there, manscaped.com, promo code Trainwreck, get yourself 20% off. Plus free shipping. Again, promo code Trainwreck, 20% off plus free shipping over there at manscaped.com. And that's big news there for Chelsea. A handball in the box.
I almost took United.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna go good for you, but that's what happens when you don't play Christian Pulisic #Tuchel out, MereKat.
It's gross. Free Pulisic. Sell them if you got to. Get them somewhere. You're seeing these American stars. We praise them on this show. We might need to change the podcast description from gambling podcast and U.S. men's national team fanboys, because we stand these guys, and to see Pulisic getting disrespected like this, I mean, Chelsea's form has been improved. Their defense went from being dog shit to incredible under Tuchel, but Pulisic isn't playing, and that's not right.
Nope. No penalty.
Wow.
VAR no penalty. So my draw,
No penalty.
draw and Chelsea still alive. And guys, how about the finish we're going to have today at the WGC Concession 2021? I mean, that leaderboard right now is stacked. Morikawa, Koepka, Horschel, Simpson, Rory, Patrick Reed, Hovland, Finau. I don't know about you guys. It's starting to be my favorite thing to gamble on is golf. It takes 4 days, 4 full days of, constant gambling, and I love it every weekend.
Oh yeah, Morikawa looks like the prohibited favorite, but like you said, there's some names on that board who could really make a run if the conditions are right. Al, I'd love to see it, and it keeps you entertained. Yeah, the whole weekend, especially if your guys in the running on Sunday, just gives you a ton to root for. Gets you going for hours too.
Oh, and dude, real quick, my I got a buddy who used his free play on FanDuel, $250 on Morikawa, pays out over 11 grand.
Wow.
Absolutely insane. His free play, and he hammered it first and used his free play on Morikawa. So he put 180 on Morikawa and then dropped his free play on Morikawa pre-tournament.
Amazing. Great. That's a sharp play right there.
Yeah. He got great odds at Morikawa too. I'm not sure. What did he get it at? Yeah. 46.5 to 1 odds for Morikawa. Anytime you see Morikawa above even 25, 30 to 1, great value there.
Absolutely. And you see plus 150 right now. That's a great time. You could just go down, just drive right over the border, dabble, put a little on some of these other big names just in case, a little $10 here, $10 there, get your money back. But it's going to be a great payout for him, hopefully. And anything else you got today, Al?
No. Oh, but yeah, my final thing I wanted to say, I believe it's the Dixie Vodka 400 today in NASCAR. Having some fun with that. You guys know what I'm doing with my Avalanche and my futures. So today I'm going to be a square because who have the past 2 winners been? Like Christopher Bell and somebody else. Today's going to be a favorite. Give me Hamlin, give me Chase Elliott or Kevin Harvick getting a dub today. That's my take on the Dixie Vodka 400.
Love to hear it, Al. I think my money's going to be on Kyle Busch there, plus 850. But that'll wrap it up here for us, for myself, Ty B, MereKat, and Degenerate Al. Make sure you get out there, go hammer the creek, go hammer your bookies, go get that free money. And we got one thing left to say, Al. Good night. Now.